Magic spices to replace salt, how to eat low sodium and still love your food to save GFR. Many of you wake up every morning and perform a quick mental scan of your body. You might notice your rings feel a bit tighter on your fingers, a slight puffiness under your eyes that refuses to fade, or a nagging stiffness in your lower back. Perhaps you are frustrated by having to get up 3 or 4 times a night for the bathroom, only to see persistent foam in the toilet. For most people, these are just the standard complaints of getting older, the expected wear and tear of a life well lived. But I am here to reframe that perspective for you. These are not just signs of age. They are urgent signals that your creatinine is creeping up and your GFR is under immense pressure. When you wake up with swollen ankles or a spike in blood pressure, your kidneys are literally screaming that they are stressed and drowning in toxins accumulated overnight. I am Dr. Mattheus from Kidney Health 365. A common mistake I see is doctors telling patients to just drink more water or eat less salt without explaining the biological reality of how a single high-sodium dinner can paralyze your filtration system for hours. A landmark study following over 2,500 adults revealed that those who successfully reduced their sodium intake by just 1,500 milligrams a day saw a measurable improvement in renal blood flow and a significant stabilization of their GFR. This change is the difference between keeping your kidneys healthy and facing the terrifying prospect of dialysis. If you ignore these early warnings, the damage to your delicate filters becomes permanent. However, the good news is that you do not have to settle for bland, tasteless meals to save your life. There is a way to trick your taste buds into craving something much better for your kidneys. It starts with understanding why salt is so uniquely destructive to your filtration units. Let us explore the hidden mechanism of how sodium acts as a silent killer for your GFR. To understand why sodium is so aggressive toward your kidneys, you have to visualize your bloodstream as a high-pressure plumbing system. Sodium is a magnet for water. When you consume excess salt, it pulls massive amounts of fluid into your blood vessels to dilute the concentration. This immediately increases your total blood volume, which forces your heart to pump harder and causes your blood pressure to spike. For your kidneys, this is a catastrophe. Each of your 1 million tiny filters, the nephrons, is now being slammed by a much higher volume of fluid at a much higher velocity. This constant high-pressure flow causes physical damage to the delicate glomerular basement membrane. Over time, the tiny blood vessels in the kidneys become stiff and scarred, a condition known as nephrosclerosis. As these vessels harden, they lose their ability to filter waste properly, which is exactly why your GFR begins to drop and your creatinine levels start to climb. According to a major clinical review in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology, excessive sodium intake is directly linked to the rapid progression of chronic kidney disease, even in individuals whose blood pressure is otherwise controlled by medication. Beyond just the pressure, salt also triggers a state of chronic low-grade inflammation within the renal tissues. This inflammation attracts immune cells that cause further scarring, effectively suffocating the healthy parts of your kidney. The tragedy is that many of us feel we are trapped. We know we need to stop the salt to save our GFR, but we cannot stand the thought of eating bland, uninspired food for the rest of our lives. The good news is that your tongue can be retrained. You do not actually crave the sodium molecule itself. You crave the brightness and depth that salt provides to food. By understanding the science of flavor, we can use specific natural elements to mimic that sensation without the dangerous side effects on your blood pressure. Our first strategy involves using a powerful culinary secret that cuts through the dullness of low-sodium cooking and provides an immediate burst of flavor that satisfies the palate while keeping your filters safe. Let us look at the group of ingredients that provide that essential zest and how they can revolutionize your RENAL diet. The most powerful secret to eating a low-sodium diet without feeling deprived is to understand the concept of acid. When people say food tastes flat or bland without salt, what they are usually missing is a sensation called brightness. Our taste buds are wired to react to acid in a way that is remarkably similar to how they react to sodium. By using tart and bright flavors, you can effectively trick your brain into feeling satisfied by a meal, even when the salt content is near zero. This is the primary tool used by professional chefs in high-end restaurants to create deep flavor profiles without relying on a salt shaker. The stars of this category are fresh lemon juice, lime juice, and high-quality apple cider vinegar. When you squeeze fresh lemon over a piece of grilled fish or a bowl of steamed vegetables, the citric acid stimulates the sides of your tongue. This stimulation creates a mouth-watering effect that mimics the sharp pop of salt. According to research published in the Journal of Food Science, acidity can actually enhance the perception of other flavors in a dish, making the natural sweetness of vegetables or the richness of proteins stand out more prominently. This allows you to lower your sodium intake without the psychological stress of eating flavorless food. Another excellent technique is using citrus zest. The skin of lemons and limes contains essential oils that provide an intense aromatic experience. These aromatics distract the senses from the lack of salt and focus the brain on the vibrant, fresh scent of the meal. For those with a low GFR, choosing these natural acids over salt is an immediate win. You are protecting your blood pressure while providing your body with a small boost of vitamin C and antioxidants. It is a simple swap that can have a profound impact on your daily creatinine levels and overall kidney stress. While acidity provides that initial spark on the tongue, we also need to build a foundation of deep savory aromas to make the meal truly feel complete. This brings us to our second group of magic ingredients. By moving beyond just tartness and incorporating the concentrated power of plants, we can create a complex flavor profile that fills the kitchen with enticing scents and makes every bite feel like a gourmet experience. Let us look at the essential herbs and aromatics that act as the backbone of a kidney-friendly kitchen. The second group of magic ingredients focuses on the power of aromatics. When we remove salt from a dish, the food often loses its depth. To fix this, we turn to the golden herbs that have been used for centuries, not only for flavor, but for their medicinal properties. Fresh and dried herbs like garlic, onions, ginger, basil, rosemary, and thyme are your greatest allies in the kitchen. These plants contain volatile oils that release intense scents and flavors when heated, filling the void left by sodium. One of the most effective tricks is using roasted garlic. When you roast an entire head of garlic, the harsh, pungent flavor transforms into something sweet, creamy, and deeply savory. This provides a umami sensation, the fifth taste that satisfies the brain's craving for richness. According to studies found in the Journal of Nutrition, garlic and ginger do more than just taste good. They contain sulfur compounds and gingerols that help promote vasodilation. This means they can help relax your blood vessels, potentially improving blood flow to your kidneys while you enjoy your meal. For those of us managing a delicate GFR, fresh herbs like basil and cilantro can be added at the very end of cooking to provide a burst of freshness. Rosemary and thyme are better suited for slow cooking or roasting meats and vegetables, as they infuse the entire dish with an earthy complexity. By using these aromatics, you are shifting the focus of your meal from a mineral taste provided by salt to a botanical experience that is far more sophisticated. A report by the American Heart Association suggests that using herbs and spices is one of the most effective ways to adhere to a long-term low-sodium lifestyle without feeling the palate fatigue that leads many people to give up on their diets. As we build these layers of brightness from citrus and depth from herbs, there is one final element needed to truly complete the flavor profile. This is the element of heat. Adding a controlled touch of warmth can stimulate your metabolism and create a lingering finish on the palate, ensuring that you don't even think about reaching for the salt shaker. Let us explore how a bit of spice can act as a powerful metabolic boost and flavor enhancer for your renal-friendly recipes. The third group of spices focuses on heat and warmth, specifically utilizing black pepper and various types of chili peppers. For many, adding a touch of heat is the final piece of the puzzle in creating a satisfying low-sodium meal. The secret lies in a compound called capsaicin, found in chili peppers. Capsaicin does more than just make your tongue tingle. It actually triggers a mild release of endorphins and increases your body's metabolic rate. This warming sensation provides a lingering finish on the palate that distracts the brain from the absence of salt. When a dish has a slight kick, your taste buds are so occupied with the warmth that they forget to look for that sharp mineral edge of sodium. Black pepper, which contains piperine, is equally important. Beyond its biting flavor, piperine has a unique synergistic effect. If you are using turmeric or curcumin as a natural anti-inflammatory to protect your kidney tissues, black pepper is essential. Research published in the journal Planta Medica shows that piperine can increase the absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%. This means that by seasoning your food with a mix of turmeric and black pepper, you are not only creating a rich golden flavor profile, but also delivering a powerful dose of protection directly to your renal cells. For those with sensitive stomachs, you do not need to make your food incredibly spicy to see the benefits. Even mild heat from paprika, or a small amount of crushed red pepper, can provide enough complexity to make a soup or stew feel hearty and complete. This warming effect acts like a culinary hug, providing a sense of satiety that is often missing in bland diets. However, as you begin to explore these exciting ways to replace salt, you must stay vigilant against a very common and dangerous trap. Many people who are told to lower their sodium intake immediately reach for commercial salt substitutes found in the grocery store aisle. These products often promise the exact taste of salt without the sodium, but for someone managing their GFR, these can be far more dangerous than the salt itself. There is a hidden chemical reality in these fake salts that can lead to sudden life-threatening complications if your kidneys aren't able to process them correctly. Let us uncover the truth about potassium-based salt substitutes and why they are a trap you must avoid at all costs. As you transition away from sodium to protect your GFR, you will likely encounter products marketed as light salt or sodium-free salt substitutes. These can seem like a miracle for anyone struggling to adapt to a lower sodium lifestyle, as they provide that familiar salty bite. However, for those of us managing kidney health, these products are often a dangerous trap. Most commercial salt substitutes replace sodium chloride with potassium chloride. While potassium is a vital mineral for a person with a compromised GFR, an influx of concentrated potassium can be life-threatening. In a healthy body, the kidneys are responsible for excreting excess potassium to keep blood levels within a very narrow, safe range. However, when your GFR is low, your kidneys lose the ability to flush out this excess efficiently. This can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia. The danger of hyperkalemia is that it is often asymptomatic until it causes sudden, severe cardiac arrhythmias or even cardiac arrest. According to the National Kidney Foundation, patients with advanced chronic kidney disease are at a significantly higher risk of hyperkalemia-related emergencies when using these fake salts. A study published in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases warns that salt substitutes containing high levels of potassium chloride can lead to a rapid and dangerous rise in serum potassium in patients with stage 3 or 4 kidney disease. Even if your current potassium levels are normal, your kidneys may not be able to handle a sudden bolus of potassium from a salt substitute. This is why it is so much safer to rely on the natural botanical flavor enhancers we discussed earlier, like lemon juice, garlic, and herbs. These provide flavor through complexity rather than through high mineral chemistry. Your goal is to heal your kidneys, not to swap one stressor for another. By avoiding the fake salt trap and embracing the vibrant world of natural spices, you are giving your GFR the best environment to stabilize. Taking control of your seasoning is one of the most proactive things you can do to change the trajectory of your health. As we come to the end of our discussion today, let us consolidate what we have learned into a simple, actionable plan that you can start using at your very next meal to protect your filtration units and keep your taste buds satisfied. Today we have discovered that saving your GFR does not mean sacrificing the joy of eating. We learned how excess sodium acts as a silent hydraulic hammer on your filtration units, and more importantly, how to fight back. By using the brightness of citrus, the deep aromatics of garlic and herbs, and the warming touch of black pepper, you can rebuild your meals into a kidney-saving feast. Most importantly, we uncovered the dangerous trap of potassium-based salt substitutes that can threaten your heart when your GFR is low. Kidney problems often progress silently, and once the delicate filters are scarred by high pressure, the damage is difficult to reverse. Every high-sodium meal you consume is an added stressor that pushes your kidneys closer to the breaking point. This is why starting today matters. You cannot wait for severe symptoms to appear before you decide to put down the salt shaker. Your kidneys need relief now to maintain their remaining function and prevent future complications. I want you to know that you are not alone in this journey, and it is never too late to make a positive change. Your body has an amazing capacity to stabilize when you provide it with the right environment. Transitioning to a low-sodium lifestyle is a profound act of self-care that will leave you feeling more energized and less bloated. Take it one meal at a time, and soon these healthy habits will become second nature. Your immediate action step is simple at your next meal. Replace the salt with a fresh squeeze of lemon or a sprinkle of garlic powder. Experiment with one new herb this week to see how it transforms your favorite dish. Please remember that this content is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult your doctor before making significant changes to your diet, especially regarding potassium intake. If you found these tips helpful, please subscribe to Kidney Health 365 and hit the notification bell. To understand your numbers even better, watch our next video, Low GFR, what it means and how to improve it fast. Let us keep your kidneys healthy together.